Flora. Get off of Wi-Fi. Got off of Wi-Fi. Okay, so today I was just sitting here journaling and just kind of doing my own thing and getting ready for my coaching client at 11:30, which is in about, 25 minutes or so. And I frequently will ask my peeps, what do my people need to hear today? What would help them? What would benefit them? And I really was just kind of sitting there feeling just this kind of true sense of freedom. And I asked myself, I said, what have I done that has helped me create this feeling of freedom inside of me with everything that I've done? And I was sitting there just kind of reflecting on some of the things that I've done over the years. So I was guided to share this with you today. Hi Carrie, hi Candace, yay! So, hi Viv, hi Ashley, Cindy, oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ash, Irene, Brandy, hello, Candace. Okay, so, as you all know, over the past week, it has been very interesting because on Monday I made a very powerful video about how we should all get over ourselves. Not just one person, but how all of us needs to get off our high horse, off our pedestal, and really remember that we're all in this together, that it really truly takes a village. And earlier today, something happened to one of my very dear friends, one of my very dear friends, and I was kind of sitting there thinking about how easy people get triggered. Yesterday, I talked about triggers. I talked about when we feel offended or when we feel slighted or when things happen to us and then we get all bent out of shape, how that's a beautiful opportunity for us to recognize, whoa, hold on, I'm triggered. So first step was recognizing that we're triggered. Second step was then going, okay, what about the situation made me triggered? And then we can work on it. And this is something that I've been working on in my life for years. When I first went online in 2009, I was really triggered a lot because so many people were kind of making rude and random and snide comments in my YouTube videos. And I was like, what? And I took it personally. And come hell or high water, I was just so pissed and so tired of feeling drained by these stupid comments. I'm like, why does this bother me so much? And so I made it part of my mission to figure out how to detach myself from other people's opinions of me and how to really just live my life true to me. And so in all the years that I've been doing my work, I wanted to share with you four things that have really made a huge impact on me finding freedom in my life and finding freedom from not giving a crap what other people think about me, And so the first book that I want to share with you, 3 of them are books and one of them is an actual action. So the first book is How to Be an Adult by David Rico. This is a freaking amazing book. It's short. It's like 100 and some pages, like 111 pages, okay? And when I first got this book, this was a recommendation from a very dear mentor of mine, and she's like, oh, honey, you just need to read How to Be an Adult. I was like, okay. So I got the book with the intention of when I was triggered in the book or when I felt that I needed something to, or that actually applied to me, then what I would do. I wonder if this would work. Hang on. Some people, no, that's not working. Okay, I know it's backwards, Erica. It sucks, but for some reason that just happens. So I went through the book with the intention of when I noticed something was really saying, yes, this is part of my life, I would stop and I would work on it. Well, holy shit. It took me a year to go through this book, okay? And this is a short-ass book, and I was like, oh my God. But how I would recommend if you all wanted to go through the book, and all of these, resources, I am going to post the links below after the video is finished, so hang tight. So how I would recommend everyone go through this book is, and I'm like a highlighter and underliner and marker and all this other stuff, I would recommend that you just read it without doing any of the highlighting and the marking and all this other stuff. Read it one time through first, then go through with the intention of actually working the steps and actually working the process of clearing the bullshit and allowing yourself to really feel that integration. Now, this is a great book because it says, How to Be an Adult, a handout for psychological and spiritual integration, which is freaking awesome. So the next book that absolutely changed my life, and this one is, well, actually all of these made equal amounts of impact on my life. The 4 Agreements. This one is awesome. This one helped me learn how to not take things personally. And that was a hard pill to swallow. It really, truly was, because some of the biggest influencers in my life, I never have ever gotten their approval. I've never been good enough. I've never been enough for them in all sense of the words. And so I really had to pick that apart. I had to really get outside of my ego and say, it's okay if they don't like me, because chances are they probably don't like themselves either. And granted, that's just an assumption, but seeing their public actions and whatnot, that's very apparent. And so I worked through this book several times myself, also. And like I said, that not making assumptions was kind of an easy one. Okay, so what the 4 agreements are, it's be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Well, the one that was the hardest for me was don't take anything personally, because most people want to be liked, most people want to feel loved and not feel rejected and all this other stuff, but not taking things personally, that was the one thing in this book that was so hard. It was hard, it was challenging, it was sometimes painful. But I allowed myself to keep working at it and keep trying to shift my mindset and keep trying to put things out there that allowed me to recognize that if I love myself and I'm okay with myself and my actions, then I'm trying my best and I'm doing what I can do, and I'm always trying to stay true to my word. If I'm always trying the best, that's all I can do. And if somebody's not okay with that, then that's not my problem, And it took a lot of doing for me to do this. And so both of these books were pivotal markers in my life and in my growth and in my spiritual practice. But I didn't see both of these truly come together and truly solidify in my life until I addressed my codependency. And that's this book, Codependence Anonymous. It's a program, it's a 12-step program. The first part, so like the large majority of this book is stories of other people who have been through stuff. Hang on. So this is the only part that talks about like the steps and how to work the steps of Codependency Anonymous. This whole other part is people's stories about their codependency and all that other stuff. So hang on, I'm on low battery. So this is one of the things that I didn't really see all of this come together and all of this really stick until I applied the 12 steps of Codependency Anonymous. And that's when I got it. That's when I really understood, oh, I don't have to give a crap about what anybody else thinks, because everybody else is just as messed up as I am. Woohoo! And I'm not saying that everybody's jacked up. It's just everybody has their own stuff that they worry about, and everybody has their own stuff that they have going on in their brain. And controlling other people is not okay. It's not. The only person you can control is yourself. The only person that you should want to control is yourself, And allowing yourself to recognize that when you actually surrender to yourself and surrender to your higher power and saying, all right, peeps, okay, my higher power, and like my case is my peeps, which is, well, basically everybody up there, because I can feel my parents, I can feel my ancestors, I've got other peeps up here, And so I don't say God because that to me is kind of singular. I just say peeps because that's like all of source energy. And so this is one of the things is I really allowed myself to say, all right, peeps, show me what to do today. Guide me in my actions. And when I feel triggered, I'm like, all right, okay, what about this is triggering me? And again, this is one of the reasons why I shared this with you yesterday on how to recognize and how to get over your triggers, how to work through your triggers so that you can feel more empowered instead of disempowered. Because when we feel triggered, that's a very disempowering feeling. It sucks because you feel like you've got all this other bullshit going on and you can't focus and you're like, oh my God, this sucks, you know. But when you feel empowered, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you from what you really truly want, you know. And a big part of this program is journaling. And I've been, actually September 5th will be my 2-year CODA anniversary. I came in contact with a little bit before that, but didn't actually commit to the program and commit to the steps until September 5th. So, but this is one of the things that I resisted journaling for a long time because I'm the youngest of 5 girls / 7 girls. So I didn't feel that anything was private when I was a kid because we all had journals and diaries and we all read them because we all knew that everybody was reading them, so we'd write stuff that would make the other person mad, you know. Just what kids do, you know. And then fast forward when I was married, the first time I kept well, it wasn't even really a journal. It was just kind of a notebook with ideas and goals and just kind of things that I wanted to do. And my ex read it. Well, he's my ex now, but at the time he was my husband. He read it and he got pissed. And I was like, what are you getting pissed about? Because it wasn't even anything like bad. I mean, I don't even know what it was, but it was just, I was like, what? Anyway, and so I threw it away. He goes, well, you don't have to throw it away. I'm like, well, why would I write in something that I know you're going to read, you know? And the thing is that he had to dig to find it. And I was like, anyway, so I didn't feel safe to journal. And in this program, I recognized that I had to get over myself. I had to get off my high horse. I had to find a place of humility within me and surrender to that, the idea that if anybody were to find my journals or whatever, then fine, let them read it and let them, if however they want to feel is about them, it's not about me. Because when you're in recovery, when you're working through the 12 steps, a lot of shit comes out. A lot comes out in step 4. And when I recognized that I can't control what anybody else does, I can only control what I'm doing. And my biggest concern at the time when I started this was to be better, was to heal, was to feel that sense of wholeness and completeness so that I wouldn't act out or be in my codependent behaviors anymore. And so once I surrendered to that energy and once I gave it to my peeps, and I'm like, all right, peeps, I trust that what I write here is what's perfect for me and my healing, regardless if anybody sees it or not. And I just talked about in my free class that I did yesterday about journaling and how when you can release that energy and release the desire to censor when you translate out your feelings and your emotion onto paper, that's when you really truly can heal. That's when you really truly can heal. So these are the 4 things that I've done that have helped me find true freedom in your life that I know if you're guided to do them, I know that they're really going to help you as well. And How to Be an Adult, fabulous freaking book. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This one is by David Rico. And then Codependence Anonymous, big book. But even, not just the big book, but the program itself. Because the meetings, I go to a meeting every week, sometimes 2. On the rare occasion, I'll go to 3. And then the 4th thing is journaling. And like I said, I just did a free class yesterday about journaling and how to journal to manifest the life that you want and how to journal to manifest the things that you really want to see shifting and changing in your life. And I also, speaking of which, have a new program out. It's called Journal, 15-day journaling experience that will change your life in every possible way for badasses only. Woohoo! And I'm really excited about this new class because I know that when I've journaled and when I gave myself permission to be really brutally honest with myself in my journaling, that's when I really truly started to heal. And that's when everything that I'd been doing, you know, in my spiritual realm, in the mundane realm, in the business sector, everything just started to come together when I started to truly journal, and journal from a place of humility instead of a place of, well, just any other place other than humility, you know. And so if you're interested in checking out the journaling program, click the link below. So the first link will be to the journaling program. The second link will be to the free class. Actually, okay, first link will be to the free class that I did yesterday, because I want all of you to know how to journal and all of you to recognize it's not as hard as it sounds, because I know I resisted journaling for a long time. So link number 1 is to the free journaling class that I did yesterday. All you have to do is click the link and sign up so that you can get access to the free class. Literally, it will bring you straight to the replay. Link number 2 will be for the journaling class that I have. It's a 15-day experience. You could check it out. And then all the other 3 links will be for the 4 agreements, how to be an adult, and for the main Coda website, which is Codependency Anonymous website. They have tons of great resources, tons of great information. But that literally, when I realized I was codependent, like literally, and I've told this story so many times before, I was talking with one of my friends and she goes, "You do realize you're codependent, right?" And I was like, "The hell is that?" Now, I had heard about it, I'd studied it briefly in my coaching platform, but never in depth. And when I read the website and all the characteristics and patterns of, you know, codependency, which is what this handout is, I was like, holy shit, I'm like half of these. Yay! And I was so excited. I'm like, yes, I'm codependent. And she goes, "I've never seen anybody excited and happy to be codependent." I said, "You don't understand. All 3 of my marriages, I pretty much was in therapy and counseling the entire time, wondering why the hell my relationships sucked so bad, you know. Not once did my therapist ever mention that I was codependent, which kind of pissed me off. But then I was like, well, you know what? Now I have a solution. Now I have a solution to why my relationships are jacked up. And again, you know, all of these things, all like these 2, and you know, okay, basically most of the stuff that I had done as far as self-help work was so that I could get better relationships, so that I could communicate better with my partners. But the thing is that the underlying theme that I wasn't registering, that I wasn't aware of, was the codependency. And it was so eye-opening and humbling and exciting as all hell, because I was like, yes, finally, something that will fix this, you know, because I'm all about taking action. I'm all about, you know, when I see that there's an issue or a problem or something, I very much, yes, I wallow sometimes. I'm like, oh, this sucks, you know, but I don't stay there too long. And then I usually roll into or go into a state of, what's the solution for this? What can I do that will get me out of this funk? Or what can I do? What action can I take that will help me move through this? And that's the thing, is that I've done all the work, but it wasn't sticking. And it didn't start really sticking until I addressed my codependency tendencies and my habits and started to journal to make everything mesh together and make everything finally stick. So again, like I said, if you want to take that free journaling class, click link number 1 below. If you want to check out the live journaling program that we're just enrolling in, we have pre-work starting on Monday. It's a pre-work party. I'm so pumped. That's link number 2. We officially kick off on July 27th, which is next Thursday. And that goes from July 27th all the way through August 10th. Oh my God, I'm so freaking pumped. That's a live class. I am so excited every single day. Woo, I can't even stand it. And then one of the free bonuses that you get is 5 pages of journaling prompts. This is the free download that you get when you enroll. I'm really freaking pumped. But anyway, and then all the other links below are going to be for these videos and for the resources. And like I said, you know, we're all in this together. Life is messy, but it doesn't have to be lonely. And it truly takes a village. And I'm here for you. Everyone else that's watching this video is here for you as well. Okay? So remember that, people. All right, so let me see. I've got just a ton of comments. Monday, Viv says, Monday's video was great. Yes. Oh my goodness. That was something. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people were like, oh my God, they were so triggered. I thought it was kind of funny. But anyway, so hi, Francine. Yay. Francine, I love how you contribute in the Bullshit Eliminator Facebook group. I freaking love it. You're awesome. Yay! Irene says, oh my God, I just got into an argument over some Big Brother crap, LOL, on Facebook. So why did I let it get to me? Oh my God. It happens. It happens. Candace says, great book. Yep. So Irene, anyone who wants these books, like I said, I'm going to be posting the links below so that you can check them out. How to Be an Adult, 4 Agreements, the Coda Big Book, and then I'm also going to post some resources for Coda, and then the journaling class as well. Viv says, LOL, my hubby says I mutilate books because I highlight and make notes when I read. Me too! It's like every book I have is like, okay, every book that I choose to keep and study, oh my God, it's ridiculous. I've got one, is it up here or did I bring it back downstairs? Yeah, there's one like literally there's like tabs, like in the entire book is like a tab. It's so funny. Irene says, I love highlighting. Yes, yes, yes. Viv says, if people give you grief over doing your best, get rid of them. You don't need that kind of negative energy in your life, right? No kidding. We're all about winging it. Yep, absolutely. Whoops, hang on. Thank you for sharing the video, Wanda. Yay. Irene says, I really needed this. Yes. Viv says, if they feel inclined to read something you weren't willing to share, then their reaction is 100% about them. Yep. You don't have to carry that burden. Oh, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Sarah says, I absolutely love your videos. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Well, you're very welcome. And that's how I share. Well, that's how I teach, is I teach from a place of sharing because we're all in this together. And I love the tribe and village mentality. We're all experts at something. And when you share what you know, share what you're going through, share what has helped you move through certain things, that's when we're all better for it. You know, we're all better for it. And I've always said this, nobody is better than anybody else. We're all in this together, and there's some of us that are more versed at other things than other people, but we're all experts at something. And when we all share our expertise, or even, and I don't consider myself an expert in any of these things, I'm very well versed in it, and I'm still learning. And I don't know if I'm ever going to consider myself a true expert or true master at anything, because I always remember and I always know there's more to learn. There's always more to learn, but I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, and that's why I share it with all of you. And the more that I share, the more I learn, which is so incredible. So you're very welcome, Sarah. Viv says, I journal using video. I pick a prompt, meditate, and speak to myself about a topic, and then watch my video to gain insight. Oh, that is so good. I might have to add that to the list. Thank you. That's awesome. Jojo says, you're awesome. Well, thank you. Lori says, I can't sell them when I'm done. Okay, I don't know what you mean, Lori. Sorry about that. All right, everyone, we're going to get off here because, like I said, I have an 11:30 client call with one of my fabulous freaking clients. I love her. Okay, I love you all. Stay tuned for the links for the books and the resources and the free class. It's going to be epic. All right. Oh, yes. Laura says, I can't sell my books when I'm done. Yes, right? I know. Well, that's the thing, is that usually I'm getting better now. What I normally do is I'll just get the audiobook and I listen to the audiobook. And if I'm like, oh, hell yes, I need to own this book, then I'll buy it and then mark the hell out of it. But if I'm not quite sure if I want to keep the book or not, and it's really hard, it is like painful for me to read a book, like a self-help book, and not mark in it. It's painful. Like physically, I want to reach for the pen, and I'm like, I must mark this sentence because it's so good. There's this one book that I have. Okay, hang on. I love this book. It's hysterical. It's called The One Thing, and it's hysterical in that they literally do it for you. I'll show you. Like this, they've like underlined sentences for you and circled things. It's hysterical. I'm like, oh my God, they're told, like, look, he's got
Like they've underlined this shit and circled stuff for you. I'm like, oh my God, this is freaking epic. I love this. But this is a great book because okay, one of the best parts of this book, and I need to hurry up and get off of here, it is that it talks about multitasking and how multitasking is a lie. I might actually do a whole nother video about this because this is just an amazing book anyway. So, all right, everyone, I love you all, and I will see all of you back here tomorrow. Bye.